Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat chat chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have
that one before.
No. We'll talk about that one more.
Terrible idea.
What up?
Yeet.
Birthday boy in the house. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. With some Norseman brewing that's in the... Of course, I make my own light, so I don't need no stinking lights.
There's actually not a set light on it. It's him making all the light.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know.
Like Ginger Jesus or something.
James, what's up? Let everybody filter in here a little bit. I've got a couple little gifts here for him that said I'd have for the show. Did you end up on make a run for sours?
No, I wasn't going to make you suffer through that. We already had plenty of stuff here anyway. So.
That's right. You and Brent went through that stuff. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Just smelling that stuff was horrible. Like,
yeah, you really lucked out that we had a sours connoisseur over here the other day, and I'm like, gosh, he'd really appreciate it a whole lot more than you would. So.
I mean, I'd have drank it, but I would have made some faces, that's for sure. Get a lot of happy birthdays in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Luke's
put a lot of happy birthdays in my PayPal account.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you feel so, I'm not going to be ashamed about it tonight. Just the little $ button there if you want to send me anything, or I think my PayPal address is there somewhere. Angel can get it. PayPal.me/Luke Rosedahl, something like that. If you want to send me something, unbeknownst to a lot of people, we don't talk about our extensive charity work a whole bunch, but we have donated thousands of dollars to bowlers in the area.
Yep.
Through tournaments this year.
Yep.
Thousands of dollars.
We're just here to give back.
Yeah. So,
we're
I mean, like I said, we're really giving people.
We
just kind of sign up and then go bowl and then don't even get in line to
I did get money back Sunday.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the tournament, it was bracket money, but I got some money back.
Every once in a while we get money back and they give it to us at the next tournament. Hey, you won something last time. It's kind of like, oh, really?
Oh, we did? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
I actually had to visit the pay window. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to sign up?
Yep.
All right.
So this is the Fatback Vienna Lager.
Okay. And while we're
Norseman
drinking that, I went with glittery for you.
Yeah. So
here you are. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
One of these, I think you have an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's Venmo's in there. So.
Say what? Oh,
Angel
yeah.
Just dropped a Venmo in there.
Yep, do that. Give me money.
Money good. We like money. Apparently not. Apparently we don't like money.
Yeah. We're bowlers. We hate money. So give it to me. I'll just give it to somebody else.
I had to get that.
Yeah,
Amanda and I see this, and we just had to get it.
I found a beer mug with the birthday candles on it.
Did you?
So yeah, just got to make sure that.
Oh yeah, you look ridiculous, but it's great though. I'm sorry. Way to be a trooper.
What the mad?
There's one more thing in there for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I look like the Mad Hatter now. Hopefully, Amber Heard doesn't come take a dump on
yes.
my bed.
Chris Cannon with the $20 Happy Birthday Luke drop.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be shy about it tonight. I will accept any and all donations, trying to
Just on the bag or something.
recoup the tens and tens of dollars that are actually the hundreds of thousands of dollars
All right.
in donations every year. This looks like some kind of a cup, special beer drinking cup. Oh yeah, happy something birthday.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll put that in the.
You can drink out of that now.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the. I'll get this chilled down a little bit.
Yep. Those are like my favorite mugs
Yeah.
too.
I'm wearing this hat. How much money can I beg for to keep wearing the hat the whole show?
Oh.
Start the bidding at. I don't have a set price or anything, but I have been getting $10.
Yep. James, once we get to fantasy football, advice needed pre-draft for my main league. Sounds good. We can get to
I
that.
have to get down to this level so you can.
Are you trying to make fun of my height?
Oh well, I mean,
No, I'm messing with you.
two birds with one stone.
Amanda says you look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She actually picked both those out, so
Yeah.
kudos to her on that.
Yeah. Of course, the women always are the ones that
Find the
make
best
that stuff happen. So.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get into some fun. We'll start off with the draft recap.
Mhm.
For those that are local, know what we're talking about. And those that aren't local,
This
that
does-
know what we're talking about.
This does dim some of the reflection, so
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's going to be helpful.
I mean, I have my hat on, or else it would be really bright in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll pull up that roster.
All right, so yeah, we had our don't make Chris feel lonely here. I'm gonna beg like the lady in the parking lot on Cobra Kai.
Oh my
You ain't
goodness.
hustling no coin at my mart.
My mark.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, so we had our draft league last week. We previewed it, and so we wanted to see kind of how it shook out. If it came out like we thought it would, we only talked about the first round because the first round is somewhat predictable. After that, it's kind of a crapshoot. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So I've got the list of everybody that got drafted. We both, of course, got drafted.
Yes, we did.
Despite how we bowled last year, we both still got drafted.
People are just smart enough to take us, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if smart would be the right word.
So once again, I mean, there's very few people who's going to know what we're talking about, but having a draft league in the first place is a very fun and cool thing.
Very, very.
So just to kind of show everybody the way that it shook out. So we ended up voting. We were talking about this too. There was a chance of going to 20 teams.
Yes.
We decided the whole league pretty well unanimously decided to stay at 18.
Yeah,
I would have gone either way.
I mean, the only nice part was we actually would have got done a week sooner.
Yeah.
But all those double ups would not been fun.
Yeah, so we had an option for if we went to 20 teams because the strength of this league, like Jesse and Larry said, manager, assistant manager, owner, co-owner, whatever. They said that kind of the integrity of the league is based on everybody bowling everybody twice a year.
It is.
So back when it was like 12, 14 teams, then we kind of we had a couple position rounds in there. I think when we had 14 teams, we had 2 position rounds at the end of each half.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
So they did have to make things a little bit interesting, but once we got enough teams, then we just ditched the position rounds. Everybody at 18 is the perfect number because we have 34 weeks. Everybody bowls everybody in the league twice for the year.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it really fair. And noms. And so everybody was really wanting to kind of stick with that. The 20 teams, we would have had to either double up 4 times throughout the year to end on the same date, or we would have had to extend the league by 2 weeks and double up 2 other weeks.
Oh. I mean, the double ups are fun, but you just don't get out of there until like 11.
It's midnight.
It's late.
Midnight, 12:30, whatever, by the time you get to bed. And
the only nice part is the next day's a Friday, but still at the same time.
You still got to show up for work. I mean, So
knows it just.
Yeah.
So these are the results. Yep.
Yeah, and we're going to compare it because there was 17 people that didn't get picked.
Yep,
So
that's a
it
lot.
was just, yeah, it was, and that's the biggest thing that sucks about not going to 20 teams, because then at least we have only had 9 people not getting picked.
Correct.
But there was a whole bunch of people that didn't get picked, and there was several people that probably should have gotten picked that didn't get. But we had the same problem last year.
Yep, it did happen.
We got to, and sometimes you get to the end of the draft, and we did last year. We kind of looked at a couple of names on there. It's like, oh crap, they didn't get drafted, and there's a couple names on here like this. So we're going to kind of break it down, and again, I know that not knowing these names, it's not going to be terribly interesting, but the whole process itself is
it's neat. It is neat. Do you want to? I know we explained it last week. Do you want to explain the draft, how it works, again one more time?
Yeah. So I popped the list of names. Basically, what happens is the top. We decided on 18 teams, so these 2 red names, Jerry Jennings and Noah Belt, went back into the draft to get drafted since we decided they were would have been captains 19 and 20.
Yep.
So we have 18 teams, so the top 18 averages from the previous year get to be captains for the next year. They do get a prize fund bonus out of that at the same time, too. So there's something to, look forward to as far as that goes. But drafting is sometimes not a whole lot of fun.
It can be, but it also at the same time can be like, yeah. You want to do I don't know. It's just a way to strategize, especially if it's like your first time going into it. Knowing how to strategize for it, because it really does take a strategy, in my opinion.
Yeah, because what happens is, so obviously the lowest average team captain picks first in the first round, and then they go all the way to the highest average captain.
Yeah.
They used to do a snake draft where they'd start with the lowest average, go up to the highest would draft twice, and then they'd go back to the lowest. But there was a whole bunch of space in between the first and second pick for the lowest captain, and the first captain got to pick back to back. They had to wait a little while, but then they got to pick back to back.
Yeah.
So what they decided to do is reshuffle it after every round. So say that, Mike Smallwood ended up taking James like we thought he would, but that put him at his average came in at 220. James was 247, so that put their team total at 467.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they decided to do is reshuffle the draft order based on the total drafted average after the first round.
Yep.
So Smallwood ended up drafting last in the second round because his total team average after the first round was the highest.
Yeah.
And so that makes him the last draft pick. And then, it kind of works backwards from there. So it's, and he was debating it because he could have dropped a couple picks down and got something like Nick Vaughn or Johnny Clark at the low 230s and, been at around 450, 451, had a better draft pick in the second round, but you kind of look down the names and say, okay, well, I look down through here, how bad is picking last? Is picking last in the second round going to be worth making this big pick right out the gates? And you look down the names and, you look at the ones, so you just knock the top 18 off, basically.
Yep.
So you got to look at, okay, so I'm going to pick, and then even if I draft first in the second round, where's that going to put me? So where am I going to be? So you count 18 names down, and it's somewhere around 216. And then to say, okay, so even if I pick last in the second round, where's that going to put me? So the difference is between like 216, 217, 218 to like 210.
Yeah.
That's not. And so if he would have drafted a lower, so what he did is he got a 247. Let's look at Smallwood's team. So he got a.
Is that in order too?
No,
I didn't think so.
So we got James Niffen, Jeff White, and Brent Coolman.
Which we know James went first, Jeff went second. That one is in order.
Yeah, they don't have the 1, 2, 3. This isn't the draft order on here. This is just the
number.
Just a
it's
random
the rosters.
order. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the order that they picked him in.
Well, there's some teams in there that's just nasty.
Yeah. So what he did, he ended up getting the top average on the board, and then he got a 211, and then Brent Kuhlman is 205. So he got an absolute monster. So even if he would have gotten, say that, I mean, at 220, say he came down here and got like a Yuri, 220 average, 440. He's got the first pick in the second round. He's only still looking at like 216.
Yeah.
So instead of dropping down, so what he'd have done is he would have forfeited 25 odd pins and only gained 5 pins really in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the kind of things that you got to kind of look at and strategize. And so it was obviously, it's like even if you get the best pick, so you're either getting a 220 guy. So you would get like 220, and then if you pick first in the second round, you'd get 220, 219, basically. But what he got, so that's 440 basically. But what he got was 247 and 211. That's almost 460.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
and it's also there were some guys that dipped into the 210s and 2.0s with their first pick.
mm-hmm.
It's also strategy too, though. So
yeah, you take a low pick the first round, you get a better pick the second round. But in this, with the draft, with the quality of the people that we had to draft from, there was absolutely no bonus, no benefit to going low.
Yeah.
Because I think that it hurt several teams who had that strategy that went low the first round, and then they just,
came back and
yeah, I got a 215 instead of a 210.
Yeah.
But I gave away 10 or 15 pins
easily
in the first round, especially these first several captains. Like after you, once you get down to like the Jesse and Bo, and once you get like 8 or 9 names deep into the first round, then most of the big averages were gone, and so it really didn't matter. After these guys, you just take the biggest names on the board. After them, once you get towards the end of the first round, you just take the biggest number that you can get, because there's nothing. Once you get down in here into the 220s, like 222, there's 20 names before you get down to 210,
which is basically what Trevor did. Trevor, he was in a position where, because he was the last pick of the first round,
mm-hmm.
he had to take best available.
Well, there's a lot of people that skipped over, and so this is the other strategy. So what happened is there was some this Justin McAllister at 237 was the second highest average. Trevor, the highest average captain, got Justin McAllister
with his first pick. Yep.
Yeah. Now there were some people that there's a few of these bowlers that bowl in a really easy center, but Justin's not a. I mean, you don't get to even if it's an easy house, you don't get to 237 by being a 205 bowler.
No.
I mean, so it's soft, but most of the time, a bowling in a soft house is worth like 10, 15 pins max.
Still got to make shots.
Still got to make the shots. And if you average 237, it doesn't matter how soft the shot is.
Yeah.
Averaging almost 240 is a number.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, realistically speaking, but people were scared of paying that much for somebody.
Yep.
Especially if they thought, okay, well, he bowls an easier house. Maybe he's only going to be 225 here. But still, it just, so Trevor got him.
Yep. Which I think that was that was good for him, too.
Yeah. I mean, he ended up with Justin McAllister and John Baton. So let's look at this. So the highest average in the league ended up with a 237 and a 218. Like, how does this happen? Because with him going 240, so he's 243, he drafted a 237. That puts him at 480.
Yeah.
How did he get to, unless probably what happened is he might have taken, I don't know who he took first.
Yeah. Who? Trevor?
Trevor.
He took Justin.
Okay.
And then he took Baton.
Okay, so this is what doesn't make any sense. So if he would have had the last pick in the second round because he took 243, 237. How the hell is John Baton at 218 on the board? I
honestly think that he's bowling with Trevor. He's going to average more than 218.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like
$10.
Oh.
From Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Oh, there's another $10 from Matt.
Man. Matt. Thanks, Matt. See? Doing a little begging works.
You just get the puppy ears.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah. There. Anyways, yeah,
Send me money.
So he got Baton with the second pick, and that's when he was telling me he couldn't believe that he actually fell to him there.
Yeah,
and he's like, it's a no-brainer. You got to take him there.
Yeah. So how does this happen? So, I mean, Trevor's got another monster team, just monster team. And even Brian Sexton down here, Brian Sexton at 207.
And he's the guy. It's like really he's pretty tall, and he kind of plays at the slow wheel, right?
Yeah, he does the slow wheel,
Yeah.
but he keeps it in play, and he's kind of like I am. He gets a little inside his head at times, but again, he can pop off 700. I mean,
I thought I heard something about he quit for a while and he came back, or something like that.
He does that every once in a while, just because he gets, and we've had conversations about it. He's like, yeah, dude, I just get too inside my head, and so if he stops for a little while and then comes back to it and doesn't
enjoys it again,
he kind of hits the reset button
and sometimes
so yeah, he's solid.
Not to promote not bowling, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah, I mean everybody.
I did it this summer, and I didn't bowl much, so.
Rory McIlroy took like 2 weeks off from golf, and he said, I didn't golf, I didn't work out. I'm pretty sure I didn't even eat a vegetable. So
smart. Problem is I didn't bowl. I didn't work out either.
Yeah. Thanks again, Matt and Andrew. I appreciate it.
Yep.
It's very, very appreciated.
Lots of happy birthdays in here.
Yep.
Another one from Joseph Staten. I hope I said that right. Staten.
Yep. I don't know.
Or Staten. Or Staten.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's Staten.
Yeah, thanks for all the happy birthdays. I'm the worst birthday. I'm 41 today, so I finally caught back up to Angel.
You're something-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Something-ish is what it is. Finally caught back up to Angel.
That was a whole lot more fun last year. And I told Dave and Mike that when so I told Dave and Mike that they need to have because Angel's birthday's in May, mine's in August, and so I told them they need to have an over 50, under 50 the year that we turn 50.
Oh yeah,
but somewhere between May and August, so she can be my over 50.
The over 50, under 50 tournament. I hope they do them all the time because that is a fun tournament. And guys, you got another $20. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Says happy birthday, Lefty Ginger Brother. As I said in the Discord, you're the reason I haven't quit bowling out of frustration due to explaining the left side. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. So yeah, once again, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Gaz. Much appreciated. I'm a bowler.
I'm a bowler. We need all we can get. Oh, that's good.
So yeah, and of course, thanks to everybody else too for just hanging out, period, and saying happy birthday. So I mean,
yeah, taking the time to spend some time with us.
20. So this is weird. $10 US, 20 Australia US dollars.
Oh well, 20, it doesn't show that on mine.
Yeah, it says 20 AUD. That's hilarious. But yeah, it says A.
Oh, right next to the A. Yep. Okay, nice.
So I don't even know what that means. That's weird.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
I don't even know what the conversion rate is.
He just gave you like $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is his koala money worth more?
Yeah. What's the conversion rate on that?
Kangaroo money, yeah.
Stephen Fangmeyer, he said $20 dues. Dollary dues?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's plenty of American jokes too, so I mean I'm sure you're used to the
that'll buy you a few Fosters. Australian for beer. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I don't know if I wanted to ask Belmo that one time. Is Foster's Australian for beer? Foster's Australian for beer.
Maybe he can tell us. Can you confirm? Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, Steve
the ante.
Just dropping
guilt money. Yeah, see, apparently this is great.
It's because you're wearing the stupid hat.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, it's about 14 and some change, we've been told.
Interesting. Oh, there's also some bribery, too. So
bribery.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Once again, we can answer questions. We wanted to do the draft recap. We wanted to talk a little fantasy football, but we mostly wanted to celebrate the birthday boy tonight and just hang out.
Yeah, this is kind of a goof-off stream.
Yeah. The topic wasn't big, so it's not like we're going to sit here with like
there's nothing
200
going on
watching.
I guess people can't hear me.
Oh, yeah, they can. I think, they can hear you.
So there's nothing going on in the bowling world, and that's why we didn't have a bowlers show last night, too, because there's nothing really going on, and he couldn't get anybody to... of course, we also had tournaments this weekend that we will maybe talk about. They were a little depressing, but...
Goofing off as opposed to the usual facts. That's fair. Touche.
More Norseman beer.
Norseman. The fact that we don't know what the Australian conversion rate is, it makes me feel pretty dumb.
We're stupid Americans. I hear all the time whenever it's really funny when people just be idiots about stuff. Oh, welcome to America, speak the language. Most people overseas do speak more than one language, and Americans can't even speak our own language. It's the English IPA. Norseman Brewing Company English IPA.
Brand new
English IPA. So I always feel like an idiot when I go to like a Mexican restaurant or something, and they talk like perfect English while I'm ordering to them, and then they turn around and say it to the kitchen in perfect Spanish, and it's kind of like...
Are you talking about a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah. Yo soy dumbass.
Oh gosh, get Storm to lower prices at Jim here, $400. At least you're not paying motive prices. Goodness.
You're not paying motive prices.
Motive prices are ridiculous. I walked by in the zone and Royal Crest. I want to say it was Saturday, and I just kind of peeked in. Yeah. And I want to say to get it fully drilled, grip slugs, everything. It was I bet after tax it was almost $300 for a domestic ball.
Yeah, stuff anymore is crazy, and so it is.
Now I want to go to Australia.
I don't know, because even though everybody says, oh, it must be nice to get free balls. And I say, we get free money at your job too. You just got to show up and pay for it. You just got to show up and work for it.
That's fair.
So, I mean, yeah, we pay a whole lot more for equipment than people realize by a long shot. But at the same time, stuff's getting really expensive.
It's getting really expensive.
So it's not lost on us that I'm trying to sell bowling balls, and I'm really happy when people use my Bowler Smart link to do that. But I mean, stuff's expensive, and so if you don't have $250 to burn, I mean, we've been doing fewer things. Of course, we got to figure in the tournament donations every month now too, but. I mean, everything's...
Inflation also has a big kick on it.
Everything's getting expensive, and the bowling ball prices are going up, and people have less money because they're spending more money on everything else. And so if you don't have the $250 or $300 to go burn on a bowling ball...
I can tell you right now, I wouldn't
blame anybody.
I wouldn't go pay $300 to have one drilled in the shop. Mm-hmm. Sorry. That's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting up into car payment territory to buy a damn bowling ball.
Yeah.
No, some people do pay probably $300 for a car payment, but I'm just saying that's insane. I mean, I'm of course I'm just doing the Kansas math that after seeing the price, and then after you add the grips and slugs, and if you want interchangeables, which a lot of people like those too, so you're looking at $300, if not over $300.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, top of the line stuff is $300 now out the door.
Yep, I want to say it was like the Ripcord Velocity that was sitting up there,
mm-hmm.
And I'm like. Okay. Anyways, we did hang out a little bit this weekend too, on top of donations.
Yeah.
Cooked some smash burgers here.
Yeah, we had a little drill party. We drilled something new for
the wifey.
Yep. Amanda got a new ball.
She did get a new ball. Well, and I got an old ball. That was my ball.
Yeah. IQ Tornado Pearl. We'll see how that rolls.
I'm glad I did not take that on Sunday.
Yeah, that would
have hooked at my feet.
Yeah. You also got an RSTX2 recently. You didn't really get to.
I threw it a little bit Saturday or Sunday.
Really
Sunday.
Get to use that.
Sunday. So. I threw it so I pulled it out of the bag and I moved to the left and was just kind of trying to feed it right.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to play the different angle instead of making it like a wheel, and it's still checked. I was like, yeah.
You'll be able to use it at league, but
I was able to throw the VIP Affliction because I pinned down. So, and I can't wait to throw it Thursday night. So, I'm curious if I should take it to Gage.
I think mine looked really good.
Really?
That was the night that I almost shot 800. That's what I was throwing. I actually threw it for
the RSTX 2.
Yeah, the X2. I threw it for a month and a half. Somehow it looked good. It blended out. I thought it was going to be really over under.
Well, they've been playing pretty wet.
Yeah,
so
it worked. It worked.
Sunday's pattern sucked. Yeah. And it's funny you say that, James, because it did definitely do, or was just that. But what I liked about it, and that's what I was saying pre-show, was I liked the scoring pace for the doubles. It didn't take a million to win. I mean, you think Dylan and Trevor averaged 225 to win.
Yeah, that wasn't and cashing in the singles event. If I would have bowled the first 4 games like I bowled the last 4,
Yeah.
I'd have cashed easily.
Mhm.
I would have been plus 210, plus 220 in singles, and Packy was plus 301.
Yeah.
There was only 2 people over plus 300
Trevor,
in the
right?
building. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Trevor got second, but somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Packy was plus 240. So, I mean, I went plus 100, plus 110.
Paul and I went 175 over,
Mm-hmm.
and that was 19th. That tells me that like because they cashed 12. So that tells me that that's a good scoring pace for a doubles. It's challenging, but at the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, especially
I
when
would
it's
do
on a
that.
house shot, they normally do for the doubles tournaments because guys a lot of the time will bowl with their wives, girlfriends,
Yep.
whatever else, and so they normally make the pattern a little softer because they expect.
They also want the turnout too.
Yeah, they want the turnout, but they also expect people that don't really bowl tournaments regularly because they're not going to. There's a lot of people that aren't going to show up for a sport shot tournament, a sport shot singles tournament, but that will bowl a house shot doubles tournament just for the fun of it.
Well, because they don't want to go beat their brains in. But then they showed up on Sunday and beat their brains in.
Yeah.
But you're not kidding, James. Yeah, they were ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like 23, 24 mils and 25 to 1. So there's a crap load of oil in the middle, and it was just bone dry outside. And even though there was oil in the middle, there wasn't a whole lot of oil in the middle, so it was just dry.
Oh, I thought the middles were flying. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're flying from everywhere, it really didn't matter. I mean, from Jump Street, they were.
Yeah, I was playing. I wasn't quite playing fourth arrow, but almost fourth arrow with a UC3, which I need to make another video about that because I talked to some people here recently, and there's been a lot of people shining up their UC3s.
Really?
So for me, I've been talking to people about it for months. Like I did the review on it. I'm like, well, man, this ball's great, but when am I going to use it? Because when I want urethane, it's way too strong, and when I want reactive, it's too smooth. But a couple of buddies said, yeah, just shine it up. And it's like all of a sudden that just makes it a god ball. And so I shined it up. And once I got adjusted yesterday, I went plus 100, plus 110 or something for the last 4.
No, that's what I was saying to you yesterday. I looked at you and I said, that looks good.
Yeah.
I think you were a little frustrated still at the time, but I was like, that did look really good.
That's why I stuck with it because, I mean, the first 4 games, I think I went minus 100. I mean, I shot 160 or 170, 190, 180, 160 or something like that. It was just bad.
You want to know how you know it's bad? Because I threw a knockout most of the day.
Mm-hmm. you threw a pin down ball for like the last 3 games.
I did.
VIP affliction.
I did, and if I would have made better shots, I think I would have been a little better. But it got to a point where I was trying to place it instead of just throwing it. And
yeah, I got to that at the end of the day, so I slowed down a little bit. But once I got lined up, I did pretty okay.
That pin down ball that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wish that I would have brought my pin down Widow Ghost. I really wish I would have brought that now.
So yeah, I've got to have more UC3s.
It's just weird that
because
the fact that you said you actually polished something. You polish something? You're one of those guys.
Yeah. I'm one of those lane shine guys, but I polished it, and Austin Bowles was throwing his a lot yesterday, and there was something. I mean, he was just zipping it. He got towards the end of the day and was just zipping it. It looked great in practice, and he threw it for a little while, and then he had to put it away. He got something else out, and then he went back to the UC3 and was just zipping it and splashing stuff around. And I'm like, I can't believe how good this ball is with just a surface change.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, instead of being, oh gosh, it's a little too early, or then it's a little too smooth, or whatever else, you put some polish on it, gets down the lane a little further, adds some shape, but it's still the same level of control and continuation. It didn't wiggle, it didn't miss the spot, whatever else. It's just crazy.
No, it looked really good.
Really good. So yeah, I think we're going to make a video about it, and I'm going to order another couple cases of them before they get discontinued. But man,
when I seen you throwing, I'm looking at him like, is that a UC3? It's shiny.
Yeah,
it's really shiny.
See, I talked to Casey Murphy on Friday, and he's like, yeah, I was talking to Austin, and and then there were some other people telling me about it, and so I'm like, I mean, I'm going through a bunch of stuff right now because I've got a bunch of stuff just kind of sitting around, And I look at it every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I'm trying to systematically go through all my stuff right now and say, okay, this either needs to get displayed on a shelf, or it needs to go back in the box, or it just needs to go, period. I don't want to have like 40 balls in my main arsenal or whatever. I want to have the stuff that I'm going to score with, because part of my problem last year was just screwing around with too much stuff.
Yeah.
Because the first year I came back as a lefty, I averaged almost 230 and shot a couple 300s. And it was just with a couple balls. I threw a promotion and an idle synergy most of the year. The IQ Tornado Pearl was in there too.
I was going to say, you didn't shoot 300 with the IQ Nano Pearl?
Yeah, with the IQ Nano Pearl at Westridge.
Yeah.
I threw that at Westridge, but most of Lawrence, where I think I averaged 220 something, at just 220 pretty much at Westridge. But Royal Crest, yeah, it was idle synergy promotion virtually the entire year. And because I was just trying to keep it in play and stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And last year I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting better now, so I'm just going to throw what I want to throw. And that was an absolute freaking disaster. And I got really bad. And so now I'm just going to go back to doing what works. And on the left side, that's what happens for a lot of, like, we've got a bag full of stuff we took Chaz Brewer's stuff to Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 purple hammers. He had 5 urethane balls and 1 reactive ball just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm figuring that
it's pretty much all I threw was urethane, right?
And that's the other thing, is that lefties tend to have just a crap load of a certain particular ball. And so I'm just going to have to do that. I've got another pitch black I need to drill. I'm going to get a bunch of UC3s. I've got a bunch of promotions, and so I just need to throw what scores instead of screwing around with all this other nonsense.
Yeah, I think Trevor has like 6 purple hammers.
Yeah.
And then he bought that Widow one, the one that's got the gas mask core in it, purple one.
Yeah.
So which is a
UC3.
Yeah. But it's got the gas mask core.
Mm.
Which is cool to know that it's got. When he's like, this is basically a purple hammer with a gas mask core in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, because when he first drilled it, we bowled at Aaron's that one day, and didn't he just absolutely wreck him with that stupid thing?
Yeah, and he was playing a lot, like he was doing on Saturday.
Yeah,
just playing the 2 board or the 1 board or whatever.
Like he threw one shot, and he's like, I'm trying to hit like 1.5, and then he misses one a little to the right and hits like 3, and I looked at him and said, you missed, you hit 3.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy, because on the right side, you'd never think about throwing at the 1 board. Consistent, like aiming at the 1 board.
If we would have done it on the right side, we would have waved a goodbye.
Yeah.
Just absolutely waved.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
The outside part of the lane on Saturday was wet. Like that was.
Yeah.
And that was a tricky pattern too. So
the UC3 hasn't been out for a year yet. It came out with the Helios in like October or something.
So it's almost there then.
Yeah, but I definitely need to stash a few of those, because it's an asymmetric urethane ball.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's going to stick around that long. And especially the rate they're going through stuff now. I don't know why they think they just have to keep pumping stuff out, because they don't even give people a chance to buy stuff, which pisses me off. But I'm going to get a bunch of them before they won't get discontinued before they've been out for a year. So I'm going to get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And with them being urethane, they're not going to. The one that I have now it's going to stay in good shape for a while. So it's not like I'm going to go through them very.
Yeah.
So probably a case of.
You can still beat the heck out of that thing. It'll be fine.
But I mean, it's so good at the same time that they shouldn't discontinue.
Did you take that UC3 to Tulsa last year?
No,
because it came out right before we went to Tulsa, didn't it? Because we went middle of October. No, we went the first like 8.
Yeah, I didn't take it because I'm like, well, there's no way I don't need this much strength. I just don't need anything near this strong.
With it shined up, I could see you throwing it in.
Well, yeah, with shining, it's going to go everywhere now. I don't even care. It's going everywhere. It's just an automatic, that and at least 1 promotion or an automatic in the bag everywhere. So
don't know if anybody bowls the Greater Tulsa Open, but they now allow multiple singles and doubles entries. So if you wanted to bowl 2 team events and 2 singles and doubles, that is singles and doubles, you can do that now.
Yeah, the bowling the 2 teams is fun, but
I'd rather do 2 singles and doubles.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, I don't like Broken Arrow. I'd rather.
I do.
Which is weird because I don't really like bowling at Andy B's either. I don't really like bowling at either center, even though I shot 300 there once in one of the
Broken Arrow, wasn't it?
Yeah, I shot 300 at Broken Arrow with a Daredevil Danger. So that ought to tell you what a weird aberration that was.
What was it?
Daredevil Danger.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing this video. Okay.
Because that's the only time. Well, I also shot 279 with the Danger.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what you saw on the left. I thought that even the year before, not last year when we went together, but the year before, I thought Broken Arrow hooked a lot more than it did this year. This year I thought they played wetter.
It's like they put the pattern down backwards. Like I was playing fourth arrow with a hustle camo at Broken Arrow by the time we finally adjusted and figured it out.
Yeah, Trevor struggled too.
Because I could not get the ball down the lane. It just would not get down the lane. So Broken Arrow was crazy, but it's like there was no oil in the heads. Like I said, it's like they laid the pattern down backwards because it was really narrow and dry in the heads, and it felt like it got heavier and wider the further down the lane it got.
Yeah.
So it's just weird, but
I already acquired a new Jackal Ghost. That one cracked. So I'm not going to touch that thing until we go to Tulsa, and it's going to get drilled the exact same way. So because we actually go to Tulsa 16th and 17th, or is it the 15th, 16th? Whatever that's
middle of October. I'm looking forward to that again.
I am looking forward to it. I like Tulsa.
Tulsa is a good time and it used to be, okay, we'll go bowl the tournament. It's kind of it's a decent time. The bowling's okay. The drinks are really expensive at Andy B's. But we've got
really expensive.
There's a
good
we like to go to there's a brewery down there that we like to go to. We probably have to hit up Friday night because we got all kinds of stuff to do. Well, and
we're bowling 2 teams.
Well, this is the thing. So we used to go to
what was that brewery?
We used to go to Bricktown Brewery, but we found 2 breweries that are right next to each other. Bowling the earlier squads on Saturday, and then going and going to the breweries afterwards and get something to eat and drinking and hanging out.
That was a lot of fun.
Watching some games and playing some games at the one. And
because they're literally next door to each other. And it was so cool. We'd go over here, try some beers, and hey, let's go over here and try some beers. And then that one, they had like the big projection screens and shuffleboard and
the college football on because it was Saturday.
I was in heaven, yes.
So it was so fun. And then Sunday, we were kind of bummed about having the later squad because most people want to bowl the early, like 8 o'clock squad and get out of there. Well, we got to go to Kilkenny's Irish Pub for breakfast, which was amazing. So, I'd be fine with pulling the 12 o'clock squad again for double and singles.
Yeah, we are back to
we're back to the 8 o'clock squad.
Yeah, the morning one.
But if we get
I think everybody voted to get out of there.
Yeah, which
Kilkenny's was amazeballs, by the way.
Yeah. We can do that for breakfast on Saturday.
Yeah, because I don't think we bowl until what time? We have 2 team squads, and I can't remember what time our first one is.
Well, hopefully we bowl like at noon and then 3 or something.
I think it is like noon and 3.
So we can get out of there, and then, like I said, we went to the breweries.
Yeah,
we spent the rest of the night.
Heck, my feelings wouldn't even be hurt if we bowled like a morning squad. Wouldn't have had time to go have lunch, come back.
Yeah. I don't really.
Yeah, college football. I can't wait. That was so much fun, and I had money on the big game that was on the screen too. And I got on there, and that game was crazy because it went into like double or triple overtime. It was Oklahoma and somebody else. I don't remember, but it's betting season's coming up.
So I think Friday night we'll go to Dave & Buster's or whatever. Get that hotel next to Dave & Buster's.
We went Friday and Saturday. We went both nights, and all we did was sit there and we were betting on it's tic-tac-toe Pop-A-Shot. It's a big. It's not Pop-A-Shot, but it's a big giant board, and we played teams.
Mm-hmm.
If we might have been playing $5 game, I don't know, but we were switching partners.
Yeah,
and we were just talking so much crap back and forth, and we just kept looking at each other like, "What are we doing tonight? Let's go play Pop-A-Shot." It was a blast.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we stayed at the Aloft. It's where we stayed.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna stay over there wherever you guys stayed last time.
I'll double check with them, but I thought they said we were going to stay in that area again. I know Amanda was going to look at some other options around the area too to see. Let's go Kansas Jayhawks. No.
Yeah, not for football.
I'm a Mizzou fan.
We don't acknowledge that KU has a football team. So
I mean, they do. They just like to be pincushions.
Yeah.
But Tulsa's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. League start up this week for us.
Speaking of league, let's finish up the draft.
Yeah.
the
We got
draft
to
talk.
save a little bit of time for fantasy football. So we
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
we get, because James had a question on it. And
Yeah.
yeah, because we didn't even showed, but didn't even say who we got drafted by. So
Yeah. So,
you've got a fun team.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Robert Calvon, I got drafted by Jesse Bauer. He's the assistant manager / owner. I think he's actually part owner
He does have ownership.
of Royal Crest now. He's a great guy and really good bowler. Got Ryan Miller on my team, and he's had an interesting story because he's had some health, or not some health problems, just some physical ailments, and he's also had a weird kick step that he was trying to get rid of, and so he started one step in it. So he just go up there and take one step and throw the ball, just trying to. And he turned into like a Brianna Clemmer, where she just did the drill where she holds her arm out or whatever that everybody hates. But she's like, I bowled so well doing it, I just kept doing it. So Ryan still one steps it, but he averages 220 plus one stepping it. He just stands up there, and it's like he's standing in front of the ball return. So he just kind of, he gets the ball going and takes one step, and then he throws it, and it works. And then Robert Calvano is solid. He's been getting a whole lot better.
And a super, super good dude. Really quiet.
Yeah.
Used to pitch for the Cardinals minor league organization.
Yeah.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah, very good baseball player. And he looks like a baseball player.
Yeah, he does.
My God, every time I see him, I can just imagine him in the uniform and the hat and whatever else. He just looks like a baseball player.
He's got pictures on his Facebook of it.
Yeah. But
super. That is a fun team.
Yeah, so my team is, I don't care how we do. And that's the one thing about, the cool thing about this league is that there's very, very few people that you'd end up on a team with and go, oh gosh, this is going to be a long year.
It happens, though.
It happens, but the chance is very, very low. But I've gotten really lucky. I've been drafted into this league 3 times, I think. I've gotten very lucky every single time.
I do have a question, and I meant to ask you this before because I just happened to look right at that team, and you were talking about how they let Justin McAllister fall to Trevor.
Yeah.
How the heck did Jeremy Hirschman fall to Russ? He almost went to Trevor.
People just don't want to pay for the big average. That's what, like I was talking about. I'll pop the draft back up here. Jeremy Hirschman, a 229 average, fell to the second high team captain. And it just, people don't want, they're thinking about the next round. They're like, oh, well, this is going to put me at this much of an average. And so I'm going to be drafting later in the second round. So they look down further and they say, well, I'm going to grab this person because I want to bowl with them. But they don't do the math.
I mean, think about it. Really.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I rather have almost a guaranteed 730 every week?
Well, yeah. And this is the thing. Like Trevor, some of these teams have 2 team captains, basically.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So
that's the crazy thing.
I mean,
he did. He both the when I saw the Hirschman fell all the way to Russ, I was like, what?
Yeah. So he got Jeremy Hirschman, Noah Belt, who would have been the 20th team captain.
Yes.
So he got a 229, and then somehow got a 220 later in the draft, which is, again, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Trevor picked last in the second round and still got Baden at 218.
Still got Baden.
Like, what kind of nonsense is going on in this league? I don't understand it.
Actually, Keeler's team's not bad either.
Yeah, he got Kyle Miller, which, again, that's a 235 is a Emporia average.
Yeah.
But he's going to be 225 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's another, like I said, it's easy house, whatever. If you're averaging 230, almost 240, even if it's in an easy house, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, it's not like
He also, his dad owned the place. And
yeah, so that helps a little bit.
Alex Hardman's team's not bad.
Matthew Carpenter is also a 2-hander now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and he's
He
amazing.
bowled this weekend.
Yeah, he bowled this weekend, and I watched him for a little bit. Keeler said, yeah, he just decided that he was going to go to 2-handed, and he's freaking amazing. It's about like Jesse deciding to go 2-handed.
Except that was a bad experiment for him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't hit it enough one-handed.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesse's one of the top 10 2-handers in the world, in my opinion. It just, the ball hooked too much for him. I mean,
Jesse, I'll tell you what.
My God.
And I know who he is, but he bowled with me on Saturday. And one of the best 2-handed games I've ever seen. And I've seen him throw it thousands of times. Gabe Alvarez.
Gabe Alvarez, yeah.
My goodness.
Gabe Alvarez, and he puts his thumb in it too.
Yes.
Gabe Alvarez is ridiculous.
That guy throws it so good.
Yeah.
It made me sick.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So you were drafted by Jesse Bauer.
Jesse Bauer. So, yeah, I've got a great team.
I was picked up by Jared Freed. It's Ottawa
Yeah.
Bowlers and Jonathan.
Yeah. Jerry Jennings puts it right down the side, kind of like you do.
Yep.
So
We can
you
work- we
guys
can work together.
Work really well together.
Yep.
Jared rips the cover off of it, and Quidditch rips the cover off of it.
So taller polar opposites. But it's literally
Yeah.
I sent Jared a text and said it's literally Ottawa and Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
I said I feel left out.
Yep.
Feel left out. But it's going to be. I think it's the league is good roster wise. There are a couple teams you go, my gosh, they're just going to destroy it.
Yeah, there's a couple teams that are going to be that are definitely above the rest. Russ, definitely.
Our Smallwoods team.
Smallwoods team,
Bumgarner.
definitely. Yeah. Trevor's team, definitely.
I think your team's there too. You guys are going to be right there.
Yeah, my team is maybe not top 5, but we're top like 7 or 8.
Klaus's
I think
team's
we're-
pretty good too. If Sean Beats gets back to where he was, I have no idea who Josh King is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Danny Bradley's team, Jeremy Raygart, Mason Alvarado, and Jaden.
We called it on the show though. I said he was going
Yeah.
Jeremy Raygart.
Yeah.
And we called Alex Mendez taking his dad.
Uh-huh.
So we did get right on the cover.
So Alex Jimenez took his dad. Alex Jimenez took Rick Jimenez. We knew that was going to happen. We knew that Smallwood was taking James. John Hardman took Nathan Hardman, and we talked about him possibly taking Essery if he was still available.
He still ended up with him.
So yeah, definitely knew that was going to happen.
Well, I think Ussery was his first pick. They just don't have those in order.
Yeah. Let me see. Freed picking who he picked that's probably the most obvious.
He actually picked Quidditch in the second round.
Yeah.
And that one floored me because
Yeah,
he
that was
could have
weird.
got him easily in the third round.
Yeah, because Quidditch was at 198. Like if Jared wouldn't have taken him, he would have not gotten drafted because he was so far.
No,
off
yeah,
the
I
list.
don't think he would have.
No, because Jared's the only one that knows him.
What would I think would have happened? Because I was actually the very first pick around 3, which I'm fine with. I didn't really want to be. Yeah, I'd rather have a better team than you pick
Yeah,
me later.
and I got picked in the
I
second round.
almost ended up with because Jesse was close. I almost ended up with you again.
Oh yeah.
So that was very close. It would have been you or
Well, because he picked Ryan Miller
Yeah.
in the first round. They
Yep.
got me in the second round. So yeah, he probably got Calvano after
He
he
did.
didn't.
He did. So that's what Trevor told me. Trevor was like, if Jared didn't pick you, I think you were going to Jesse, or he told me Jesse or Klaus, one of those,
Yeah.
which I had a bold with Rob and Sean and Ryan Klaus.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm good with my team too. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So because Jerry Jennings was almost captain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Quidditch that well. I've seen him bowl.
Yeah, he's you got a good team. You're gonna have a fun team. Like there's nothing to worry about there. And
I think your
Quidditch,
team's gonna be fun too.
Yeah, my team's. I have zero complaints. I mean, if I could have.
You get to bowl with Jesse all year.
Yeah. Well, and I bowled with him. I wasn't. I think I missed a year or something because the first year I got in the draft league, I was with Jim Barker.
Okay. Yeah, I know that is.
And then I think I didn't bowl for a year or something because the first year I came back as a lefty and had to go back in the draft. I got drafted by Hirschman, but I got drafted by Jesse. I bowled with Jesse and Rodney and Jeff Kaufman one year. And that was a whole bunch of fun.
This is the first year that I haven't been on a team with Rodney in forever.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney's been on my team the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a team with Rodney a couple times. It was the second time I've been on Jesse's team. So,
Oh, we're getting born again. Oh, that's not one.
born again.
Born again.
Yeah.
What did Vaughn average? I'm working.
233.
So he had to have turned down a captain spot.
No, he didn't have enough games in because you have to have 3/4 of the league
I thought he
bowl to
bowled the
be a
whole
captain.
season.
No, Nick has this. He makes way too much money, so
Imagine that.
he.
It's not letting me delete him. I'm trying.
Oh yeah, I can't delete him either.
It's not letting me remove him.
Block user on YouTube.
We can do that.
Heck yeah. Oops.
I'm going to put a user in a timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, James already did it.
Okay.
I'm sitting here doing it and wondering why it's not going anywhere, and then I didn't read the little fine print. So thank you, James.
That's how you know you've made
it. Anyways.
So yeah, let's see. Let's be total douchebags and kind of like rank that. We were already talking about some, and there was some notable ones that didn't get picked. So I want to go through that list too. Your team. So we've got 18 teams.
Yep.
I would say your team is top 8. They're obviously, and my team's the same way. We're obviously not the top 3. Like the top 3 are obviously
both teams put it together.
Russ, Trevor, and Smallwood are the top 3 teams, just easy.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I mean, realistically, I mean
I hope
the
it
truth
didn't
is the truth
feelings, because it's just fun to do. Just
you want to.
Now we're gonna bull everybody, and they're gonna have giant chips on their shoulders when they come kick our butts.
None of them watch this show anyway. So.
Well, we didn't think Jared Kessler did either, and he was on last week with us. So.
Yep. Speaking, Jared did not get drafted.
He did not get drafted.
Matt Mace did not get drafted.
Matt Mace was another one. Yep.
No. We're gonna dip into the Odins.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Matt Mace. Let me pull it. I had that list up. Matt Mace didn't get picked.
I'll pull it up here in a second.
Santana Reed, she was up there at 207. She did not get picked.
Kenzie Miller didn't get picked.
Kenzie Miller didn't get picked. She was another Ottawa player, but she also bowls at Baker, correct? Is it Baker?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Give me the diesel.
Odin's won IPA. This was
OG.
one of Norseman's launch beers, and everybody loved it, so it's kind of their standard IPA. That's the one thing. They keep the Shield Maiden wheat going, but this is the one single one that they keep in rotation. Like he just keeps it in stock.
It's the OG, triple OG.
Yeah.
All right, so Kyle Lavelle did not get picked. Lathan Langren did not get picked. Mike Tennyson didn't get. Mike Tennyson did get picked. That's his son. Got picked by his dad.
Yeah, his dad picked him at 195.
Lonzo Spiller didn't get picked. Matt Mace did not. Carl Thatcher. Quidditch got picked. Tyler Barnett did not.
No. Gary Graves.
Gary Graves
didn't get picked. Angel didn't get picked.
Max Irvine did not get picked either, right?
She was kind of didn't think she was going to get picked, but she kind of wants to get some more reps in and get her average up. And she doesn't want a sympathy pick. She wants to be in the number, absolutely getting picked, period.
Nothing blame on that. Nothing wrong with that.
I took her last year because I wanted to, and she did average. I mean, I drafted her at 187, and she averaged 203.
She averaged out over what her average was.
And we didn't have quite this list of names, so it wasn't as much of a reach.
Last year, there was only 6 or 7 that didn't get picked. Something like that. Jared Kessler, no. Max Irvine, no.
Kevin Burton, no.
Which Irvine and Burton were both in the league last year. Brent did.
Got picked. He was one of the last picks. He was Smallwood's last pick, but he was kind of down to the
Percival, yes.
John Percival didn't get picked.
He didn't?
No, I don't think so.
I thought he did get picked. Go pull up here. I thought he was on the right. Yeah, he's right there on Jeff Alton's team. John Percival, number 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he was picked by Jeff last year, and that was a good pick. So if he wouldn't have gotten picked, because I think he kept getting better, and I think he's going to be even better this year. He averaged something like 210 or 215 in the back, 2 or 3 months of the year.
Yep.
So he got picked.
Larry Bird did not.
Took himself out.
I know. He
took himself out.
It's funny you say that because I went into the office and talked to him Saturday morning for a couple minutes. He's like, "Yeah, my feelings are all hurt. I didn't get picked." I said, he goes, "Well," I said, "You pulled your name out." He goes, "Yeah, after I didn't get picked."
Michael Gilmore didn't get picked. He's the lefty that throws all the motive stuff.
Gilmore didn't get picked?
Yeah, Gilmore didn't get picked. He's 206. Like I said, Richard Allen got picked. Dorego took him.
He's another Emporia guy, too, though.
Yeah. Warren Elliott got taken by Caitlin, I believe.
I swore Gilmore got picked. Michael Gilmore did get picked by Jay Futrell. Yeah, Futrell took
him. Okay.
I thought he got picked.
He's been in the league long enough.
Been there forever.
I think people that have been there kind of generally get the nod. But Warren Elliott. Who took Warren Elliott?
Warren got picked by Q.
Oh, yeah, Alex.
Alex Hardman, that's right.
Alex Hardman. And Warren's been in the league forever, too. So once you get down to the last couple picks, if you've been in the league for a while, you generally get the nod.
Kenzie Miller, no.
Sean got picked. Brian Sexton got picked. Santana did not
get picked.
Wesley Johnson, I
don't think so.
Wesley Outman got picked. Wesley Johnson, I don't think did because he hadn't been in the league. So
no, I don't even know who that is.
Wesley, yeah.
Doesn't mean that they didn't deserve a spot, but I no idea.
Kinsey didn't get picked. Austin Jacobson got picked by Russ, I'm pretty sure. Or somebody that's got some ridiculous. Yeah, Russ got Jeremy Hirschman, Noah Belton, Austin. Like, that's nutso.
I think
Kinsey Miller didn't get picked. Josh Wilson didn't get picked either at 208. I thought that was kind of surprising.
Kevin Burrell didn't get picked either, right?
Yeah, Kevin Burrell didn't get picked, I don't think.
Brian Evans
he's
didn't
been
get
in
picked.
the league before. Yeah, Brian Evans didn't get picked. Yeah, Kevin Burrell got taken by Bo McVay.
Oh, that's right. Bo took him. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but, I mean, he's been in the league before. He didn't bowl last year. But
that's not the Purple Hammer guy, is it? Which one?
Brian Evans is the Purple Hammer guy.
Yeah.
And then everybody above that got picked. So there was some
guys in that league would have
Brian
really...
Evans, again, was kind of notable.
Yeah.
Josh Wilson not getting picked was kind of notable.
I didn't know who
Kinsey
that
Miller,
is.
Wesley Johnson.
Who is
Stanley
Josh
Reed.
Wilson?
I don't know. Josh Wilson's the kid in the works in the pro shop. He subbed a lot last year. He bowled.
Oh, he
to the
bowled
left of
yesterday.
us. Yeah, he bowled yesterday to the left of us.
Yeah, I didn't know what his name was, but yeah, there's some good teams in there for sure. That guy Brian Evans, is that the Purple Hammer guy you said?
Yeah.
He would not have been people would not have been very happy with him if he would have played that league. Seeing him float the Purple Hammer all the time, and the fact that he doesn't even wipe it off.
Yeah.
So
anyway, people are obviously tired of the draft league talk because they're leaving in droves. So
I saw that.
let's talk fantasy football.
Ooh, fantasy football. Okay. Let me pull up. I had some notes. Let me pull them up. Everybody in the chat, I know people were leaving us, so
I'm drafting.
I actually wanted to ask you. Well, since you're kind of new, getting back into it, because you played several times before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you have a strategy in mind? You're thinking, when are you drafting?
I'm drafting on a Tuesday in a week or two. I think it's toward the end of August.
Just on computer.
Yeah.
Speaking of fantasy football, I may be doing one for our show. I actually doing one of the 3 leagues I'm in. Mm-hmm. I may actually live draft that league on the show really and let you guys help me pick out my team. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there. Hey, Paul, what's up? So I'm curious of what you were thinking, because it's a PPR league, right, that you're playing in?
Yeah.
I think James said it was PPR.
PPR league, that makes it a different story because you obviously think about
a little bit different strategy.
I don't really care if somebody gets 80 yards receiving if they're like a Julian Edelman or a Amendola or something like that gets 10 or 11 receptions a game. I don't care if they're for 5 or 6 yards apiece.
All right, James says 10 team, full PPR, 2 flex, 2 keepers. Top 3 guys are Zeke, Kamara, Keenan. Who should I keep?
Never heard of any of them.
Ooh, that's a good question. You've got a tough dilemma on your hand. Do you have one? What are your thoughts on keeping so far? Just curious. Just want to see what your thought is. I'm very I am very big on running backs, especially in PPR leagues.
I got dreadlocks or something.
It does look like you have dreadlocks
or something.
Top 3 guys are that's tough. I definitely go Kamara. Kamara goes, or he stays. I mean, stays, doesn't go.
This is really good.
It's just Odin's IBA. You look like you have dreads.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide the others.
Look like Coolio.
I'm leaning Zeke, Keenan, less risk than Kamara. It's going to be wide receiver heavy. Then, okay, that makes sense. Zeke definitely touches the football. And Keenan, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Less risk. Kamara is a risk, but boy, when he's healthy, plus they don't really have a quarterback. Yeah, I go Zeke and Keenan. I definitely go Zeke and Keenan because who's the quarterback now down there?
I don't even know what team that is.
That's New Orleans.
Oh yeah, New Orleans. I don't.
I know Drew Brees is gone, obviously, but is it Jameis Winston again?
I don't know.
Anyone wants to talk about other stuff? Just ask a question. More rabbit trails. Yeah, we can talk about other stuff too. So, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking going into your draft, first draft in a long time?
I don't know because I was used to. Every single year I would pick Matt Ryan or Drew Brees because they weren't like the big names like the Tom Brady or whatever. But Matt Ryan would put up 27, 28 catches for 350 yards or whatever, and Drew Brees would always get big games. I don't know why Drew wasn't considered one of the elite quarterbacks, but he'd always put up numbers. They just wouldn't be again, they're not one of the premier guys, but Matt Ryan and Drew Brees just put up solid games. But this was like 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
When Matt Ryan was a stud without being a stud, and Brees just going to throw 4,000 yards a year or whatever.
Yep. So we're actually doing something in Corey, which is Trent's brother-in-law's league.
Yeah.
We actually are live drafting both of those on Sunday this week, so I can share my team with you guys next week. Teams.
Cool.
We are doing a new thing. We're doing a auction/bidding system on waiver wire.
Mm-hmm.
So say Wednesday, everybody, it's the day that like the waiver opens up. But if you really want certain players, like that's the day the first drops and everything fall out. Now, granted, on Sundays you can scramble or whatever to get free picks because in case you have to make somebody's out or got hurt last second. But the main day that it opens, and it's only open for 24 hours, that you can pick on, we have to put a bid in. So say we get like $200 for the season.
Yeah.
So say I bet 30 points on it or $30, whatever, points, dollars. Say I bet 30 on it, and I'm the leading bidder. That's 30 that comes off my budget. So going to put in the premium for waiver wire pickups throughout the year is going to be challenging. I've never done one of those, but it does sound fun. I think you can rig it though, or if you work together. Hey man, I really need this guy. Don't bid.
Yeah.
So
that was always the leagues I played in before. They never did anything. It was just like you pick him up, you get him.
Yep.
Whoever's fastest to it gets it. And the draft was never my strong suit. I'd always draft middle of the, run of the mill teams. But then I would make the big pickups in the season. Yep. Odell Beckham, the year that he broke out, I got him, and it was just like 30 points a game for the rest of the year.
Those are the ones that can help win you the league.
And then C.J. Anderson for the Broncos, the year that he went absolutely
Never
nuts.
heard of her.
Yeah. The year that he went nuts, I picked him up. There was a tight end that I got that went bonkers somehow too. And it's all people get hurt and then somebody fills in for him and then turns into a superstar.
Next man up.
Yeah, and so I just have happened to be the one that's like, okay, well, this guy had a good week. I'll pick him up. I've just gotten part of it's lucky, but part of it's like, Odell Beckham was kind of like, I watched the game and it's like, holy crap.
So I've got my draft strategy right here for this weekend. So I remember my first pick. We have a 10-team league. I am the 10th pick. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I'm the new guy in the league on that one. So I kind of get.
I like being right in the middle. I like if it's.
Give me 5.
Yeah,
if
5.
It's a 10-team league.
Exactly.
Give me 5.
Yes, exactly.
I'll take 5 all day. So my strategy, of course, since I've got to wait for the board out. I literally can have 2 beers done by the time it gets to me.
Yeah.
But I'm always, like I said a little bit ago, I target running backs. Mm-hmm. Running backs. So it's take best running backs if possible, maybe elite wide receiver if no other options. Mm-hmm. Targets would be Leonard Fournette, Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Cordell Patterson, Zeke, all those guys. But the guys that I know that are going to be when I get down to 10, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait on quarterback if possible. Try to draft as many playmakers as possible before taking a quarterback. That's the new thing is a lot of guys aren't reaching for quarterbacks anymore. You can get a good quarterback that's decent, that's good enough for PPR in 3rd, 4th round.
And see, that used to be the thing is the quarterbacks would
right away.
Be gone
take
the
them all
first
the way.
round. Yeah.
Yep, take them right away. That's what they would do.
Yeah, not so much the story anymore.
If being a Broncos fan and that Paul Burnett said Russell Wilson a bust this year, asking for a Broncos fan, he is actually one just because I'm a homer. No, but I actually will take him.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
I will take him all day.
Be okay.
All day I'd take him. But so I deal just kind of where I'm at. Quarterbacks, I don't really have targets so much, so to speak. I'll take one when I know I need to take one.
Yeah.
Paul's league I did last year, Trevor's dad, I think I ended up taking one in the 4th round, and I still got Brady.
Yeah.
So you can wait on him. Everybody wants running backs. The guy that was the stud last year that turned out of nowhere was Cordell Patterson. Mm-hmm. He used to be a wide receiver, and then they kind of turned him into a flex guy. And he was more of a Swiss Army knife running back. Mm. Wide receiver targets, Cortland Sutton, Juju Smith-Schuster, Alan Lazard, Deebo Samuel, Jamar Chase. Obviously, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase isn't going to get anywhere near to me by the time he gets to me. Tight end targets, obviously, Kittle, Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, obviously Kelsey. Going to know those names. But I've got names that I want to see that if they fall to me, I'll definitely take them. But it's always good to have a game plan, and like especially if you're going live. The nice part about what you're doing is you at least can have the running list, and you can see who's alive.
Yeah.
We have to do our own alive list.
Yeah.
And
The in-person drafts are a lot more challenging because
Mhm.
you can. I mean, if you're doing them online, you can just see, oh, this guy's available. This is his stats last year. You've got everything in front of you. Where you have to, like you said, you have to kind of do it yourself.
Yeah.
When you're live, I think live's more fun, but on a computer's easier to manage.
Actually, if you want to see how it all breaks down for us, just even if you come up for Corey's league, we're actually going to the Viking Sunday. We're drafting at noon, and then our next one's at 3. So you can just go down the street if you want to come out.
I just hang out and
call me crazy, but I'm out on Cordell. I think someone is going to reach for him. Oh, he's definitely going to get reached for. Definitely. But what he did last year was ridiculous. It's like all of a sudden out of nowhere, this guy is like he was a good wide receiver, but he just never panned out. He got hurt a lot, and then all of a sudden he becomes this running back, and he's a fantasy machine.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, those guys like that, obviously he's not going to fall to me. I'm thinking what's going to end up happening in that league. You got like Corey's a homer, so he'll pick Chiefs players as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
He'll take Travis Kelce in the first round. And it's like, what are you doing? So it'll work its way down to me, and I could see myself I might be able to still get a Jamar Chase. I'm hoping that quarterbacks don't start flying off the board before they get to me. I could see a Patrick Mahomes going. In the first before he gets to me.
That's kind of hard not to reach for.
But the best or the worst possible scenario for me is like 3 quarterbacks go off the board 1 through 10 before they get to me, and then I feel like I have to take like a best running back I can get. Then I feel like because I'm picking again that I would have to take a quarterback there because it's going to go all the way down the board again and come back. So,
So it's going to be 18 picks before it gets back.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that quarterbacks don't really fly off in that first round. If they do, it's also another good thing because I might be able to get a Cooper Kupp or I might be able to get you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can do like running back, and then wait.
Yeah.
And then get your...
That is my ideal situation, is to go running back, come back around, snag a wide receiver, a good wide receiver.
And a quarterback.
And grab a quarterback right then and there.
Just kind of coast.
And then I can coast the rest of the way. That is my ideal strategy. Because running backs are premium, man. They're so premium. Yeah. I had one good – so last year killed me. Made the playoffs. I lost to freaking Dylan because of kickers. He beat me. It was in the bag. And then he had a kicker that went nuts.
Justin Tucker.
It might have been Tucker. But he beat me by 4 points, and I was ahead going into the Sunday or into that last game by 22, something like that. Dude just went nuts. I don't remember the exact number, but I give Dylan crap about that all the time. So kickers, I'll take one towards the end. Doesn't matter, but that's the ideal situation: is running back, wide receiver, quarterback. So we'll see, and then I'll try and snag like a. Granted, I never end up with like a Travis Kelce or anything like that. It's not that I don't want him. It's just everybody always reaches for him, for guys like that. And
yeah, I'll see what I'm doing on Sunday because that might be. Because again, I haven't played fantasy for 6 or 7 years, so just coming out and hanging out with everybody and just watching what happens.
And you can see what everybody's doing, their strategies and everything like that.
Yeah, because I just don't know names. I know the big names.
So how we do it is we have like a big poster board.
Oh yeah.
And so they're little names, like the Velcro or stickers on them, or tape.
I've been when you go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or something, they give you the whole like draft pack. I've done that before.
Good, but come sit with me and be my IT guy.
It's been 6, 7, 8 years before since I've played any.
It's so much fun. Live drafting is challenging. If I had my preference, I would rather do it online because I can see the live list. That's the only reason I'd rather do it online.
Yeah, because you got to kind of scramble to look people up, and you just don't have that that live list. The
nice part though about live drafts is they feel like they're slower paced.
Yeah.
So I can it does give me time to go. Mm-hmm. Okay, if Trevor doesn't take this guy, I'm taking him. If not, here's my next 2 options. Same thing. Okay, Luke's picking after me. So I think he's going here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dylan's a homer. He always picks Minnesota Vikings players. But no, that league, both of those leagues are Shark League, so it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm excited to see how yours turns out.
Yeah, I'm interested. Because again, I think it'll be one of those things where I draft a mediocre team.
Yeah.
I make a couple good pickups. and then I'll be in the top. I'll be near the top again at the end of the year. It's just kind of. I'm not lucky with very many things at all, but fantasy football, I have third. I think is my worst finish ever, and
That's pretty good.
I played a couple 10, 12 team leagues, and yeah, most of the time it's second or third, and it's second most of the time.
So for the fantasy league, I know you guys are doing fun ones, but you should do something like a Panda Pack patch or something. The winner gets one or something.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to do something.
That'd be fun.
I've got to give away some Cool Wick jerseys or something.
That's pretty cool too.
So,
you give away a Cool Wick jersey for the winner.
Yeah.
To me, even a free entry, that's hey.
Yeah.
Got a chance to win a jersey, heck yeah.
Oh yeah, we might even like this year it's just free participation, but we might even do like a buy-in or something and give away a bowling ball or some
cool
jerseys or something like that. So
that would be really cool. Oh, while it's on the top of my brain, Storm did announce the scent for the Infinite Physics.
Yeah.
Want to tell them?
Blueberry buckle.
I was way off.
Well,
Samsonite.
Yeah, I was way off. I knew it started with an S though. Just look on the briefcase.
Swanson?
Yeah, it was a fruity scent, but it was not quite fruity.
Yep.
Like, so everybody was thinking, okay, well, blueberry, it's not like that. It's not just blueberry, period. It's not that sweet. So that's why we were thinking like pomegranate.
That's what I put in there too.
Something like that. So something that's not quite so sweet.
Yep.
But it was blueberry buckle. So, and that kind of explains it because it did kind of have that hint of nutmeg. Once you get it back out and smell it, then you can actually, it's like, okay, It is blueberry, but it does have that kind of nutmeg, oatmeal, whatever.
Yeah, it does. It does. 100% it does.
So like a blueberry cookie or something.
I thought it smelled really good. I didn't see blueberry in it.
Yep.
But
Night Road there are a couple videos out there, which they're not supposed to be out there, but they go weird with us. Like the last thing I heard was it was 3 weeks from the initial release date that we could put videos up. Now it's just 3 weeks from the release date, whether it gets moved or not. But Tamer does have a Night Road video up if you want to check that out. Darren Tang's got a couple videos up on his Instagram. He doesn't have anything up on YouTube yet.
On the Night Road?
But yeah, for the Night Road. And then there is something else coming. There's always something else coming.
What could it be?
Yeah. I don't know. There's something else coming, but there's always something else coming.
Never heard of her.
Yeah.
I could just do that all day. Sorry. Anyways, last little bit of time we have here, you guys can fire some questions away at us. If you got a bowling ball question, fire away. We finally got to a little bit of fantasy talk, so
send me money.
You can send in money. You can also, if you have a fantasy question, feel free. You can even email us at the breakdown.
Yeah.
Email, I can answer that stuff pretty quick too. So I'm I work for DraftKings or something type person, but I've just been doing it a long time, and especially PPR leagues, I enjoy them. Do enjoy them. We could do a fun one. So we actually used to do a fun one. Where there was no entry, but we had a trophy. It was a group of 10 of us that played every year. 10 or 12 of us.
Yeah, we had.
Did you see the trophy that was in my basement down there? With it's a big giant block one where you put the little placards on.
Oh yeah.
And it's a guy sitting on his couch with a beer in his hand. So
we did have a trophy for our. We played like skins or something. We had a group of guys that would go out golfing like once a month.
Yeah.
And we would have like a point system, and then somebody stole a women's tennis trophy or something from somewhere, and it was this big, gaudy, awful looking
thing. A women's tennis trophy?
A women's tennis trophy or something. And so we just used that for the golf trophy at the end of the year.
Hey, who cares?
I had it 1 year. But
one of the best things I ever did, or best things, one of the best times I've ever had, let me rephrase, actually, just talk right, was I played in a fantasy golf league, and it was all ran through DraftKings, but it's your own private group, and I think it was like I don't remember, my wife would probably tell. It's like $40 or $50 for the year, and you all play, but it pays every week. Every week the league pays. And there's a points running system, too, where top however many points get paid a certain amount. And you literally just draft, so you get your budget in DraftKings just like you would for fantasy football, for DraftKings and whatnot, daily fantasy. and then you get your standings every week, obviously. So they're throughout the tournament play. If your player didn't make the cut, well, guess what? You're HOL on that. But anyways, but yes, fantasy golf was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've done fantasy NASCAR. I've done it all. Fantasy NASCAR is okay. Golf was cool though.
Yeah,
because it gives you a reason to watch it.
Yeah. That's the thing that I
Yeah.
like about fantasy football is that I was a whole lot more engaged in games that I would never normally watch. It's like, well, I got two players playing this game, which I'm watching like Steelers Rams or something. It's
Sounds like a great game, actually. Right now, anyways.
Now, yeah, but it's kind of like I would never watch this game before, but it's like, yeah, I got a couple guys playing. Got Antonio Brown and whoever used to play for the Rams back then.
I am so excited to see how this season plays out. The AFC West is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it might be one of the best divisions on paper in sports history.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nutty. Look at all the quarterbacks. They're all in the AFC West.
Yeah.
Other than, I guess Josh Allen's not there, but you think about it, in one division, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is Derek Carr.
The Raiders, yeah.
They still got Devontae Adams now. But.
That stadium's really cool, though.
The Raiders Stadium? It is really cool. It is really, really cool.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in person, obviously.
We've driven by it a couple times, nationals, the last couple of years.
You could have went and toured it.
Yeah.
I think it's only I don't know how much it was to tour, but I bet
it looks really cool. Just driving by it from the outside, it looks awesome.
You should have flipped it off.
Yeah.
Or would have peed on it.
Yeah.
But the West is going to be so freaking good. I can't wait. They're just going to beat up on each other. If you can find a way to go 3-3 in that division, you're in good shape. I think.
Well, Chiefs don't have to worry about the Broncos or the Raiders, and then the Chargers.
Damn.
Like whatever. So
you want me to just stand? I guess it's your birthday. You want me to stand up and just let you kick me in the balls while you're at it?
They had something like last time the Chiefs lost to the Broncos.
I know, I saw it.
Yeah. Like Twitter wasn't around, or TikTok wasn't around.
You do know before this streak started, they hadn't beat the Broncos in like 5 years before that, too.
Yeah.
So you'd be nice.
Yeah, I went to the only football game I've ever been to was Peyton Manning's final season when they were at the Chiefs. And the Chiefs
Jamal Charles
destroyed him. Yeah, the Chiefs destroyed him for like the first half. And then Peyton just bing, bing. They came back.
That's the Jamal Charles fumble game.
Yeah.
That means you win in 2015 when we won the Super Bowl. Is that the year?
It's been a while, but yeah, it was recently enough. It was
Peyton's last game at Arrowhead?
Yeah.
So,
it was Peyton's last game.
That's the game that Jamal Charles fumbled with like 30 seconds left on the clock, and the game was tied. And they could have easily just kneeled on and taken to OT, and he fumbled from like the 15.
Yeah, and then there was a field goal. So it was like 23-20 or something.
No, he ran it in for a touchdown. It was over.
Yeah, I don't know. But
trust me, I will never forget that ever. Because I'm sitting with my stepdad, myself, and like 3 or 4 other people. I'm one, and obviously in the Broncos stuff. And you don't want to just jump out of your seat because people are going to piss. So I just grab the chair in front of me and start smacking it. Let's go! I've seen people get so mad at that walking out of that stadium that they rip their chair bottoms off.
Yeah.
And I do not miss going.
I don't know.
I miss spending time with the family. Going with the family.
That was a really, really terrible day.
I thought it was a great day.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great day, personally.
This was before Norseman opened.
Yeah.
So, I think it was like January, February, wasn't it?
It was cold out. It was cold out.
It was cold. And it was before Norseman opened. And one of the owners of Norseman knew somebody that had a party bus company or something. And so we drove to Lawrence, and then we rode on a party bus to the stadium. And then we had, it was like a 3:30 game or something like that. And so we got there at 9 o'clock, and then we did some pre-gaming and some whatever else. And
that's cool.
I'm a god at beer pong. Just saying.
I tell you what.
We had
you and Trevor, you guys need to have a game. you go head to
Yeah,
head.
yeah. Trevor's just one of those that, cornhole, beer pong, whatever else. It needs to have darts.
Just don't play cornhole on his board.
Yeah, not on his board.
Slick.
Wow.
It was like the outside on the right side on Saturday.
Outside on the left side. Unless you're Trevor.
Yeah, true that. All right, here you go, guys. We had a bowling question, guys. Lefty help. Started a new center where every now and then they're super clipped at almost third arrow. Combined with just slow back ends, I have to just hit it. I have to hit it just enough hit just enough friction at just the right spot. What to do?
Shine up a UC3.
There it is.
That's going to be the answer for everything now. It's so ridiculous.
Chris, yeet up 15.
Yeah, like I went. Well, and actually, the back 4 games, once I finally got adjusted of yesterday, 25-1 pattern, that plus 150 made money, which doesn't happen around here on sport patterns.
No, it doesn't.
Let alone a house shot. I went 250, 190, 230, or 210, 230, and that 190 I missed a couple of 7 pins in. And had a couple 7 pins, a stone 8, a drive-by, or stone 9, drive-by 8, a couple 6 pins, whatever else. But, yeah.
Okay.
Shiny UC3.
I'm bad on the clip. I can show you how to shoot
Monster,
170.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, UC3, I'm not even really joking here. It just looks so, it was so dumb.
It looks so good that I even said something to you personally.
Well, and that James is going to source a UC3 now.
Why not?
And after talking to Casey and Austin and whatever else, it's like a shiny UC3 is just dumb.
Yeah.
And that's what I ended up, by the time I ended up adjusting, because I threw my attention black pearl for like 2 games and just kept chasing it and chasing it and chasing it and chasing it. I'm like, I know this is kind of like it, but the lane just kept hooking more and more, and I'd move and I'd move and I'd move and I'd move, and I just hook. And so in the 3rd game, I got into my UC3, and I'm like, I know this is the look, but it took me 2 games to kind of adjust to it. And then it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was 250, and then the 190 was just, I had 6 or 7 9 counts, which was just 7 pin, 6 pin, 8 pin, 9 pin, 7 pin, 6 pin, whatever else, and then I shot 230, 210 or something like that.
Looks like you just sold a UC3.
Yeah, seriously, it's dumb. It just
It looked really good. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I looked over and I'm like, that's UC3 is really lane shined.
Austin Bolds was throwing his, and James is like, yeah, I think you guys are making that UC3 look really good. And I'm like, I don't know. Casey told me on Friday, it's like polish one. And so I'm like, okay, I've been going through stuff.
I'm surprised you didn't throw it from fresh.
I'll polish it and I'll take it. It looked good, but the attention black pearl looked pretty good too. So I just started with that. And then I sucked with the UC3 for a couple games. But I'm like, I knew it was a look like Swiss Trios a couple of years ago with the fast pitch. And I shot like 480 the first 3 games. And you and Bruce are going like, yeah, I don't know.
I looked at you like 7 times and said, put the damn ball away.
Yeah, 160, 160, 160 is kind of like.
I thought Angel was going to choke you. She's like,
it's not. Yeah, and I'm like, no, I know it's the ball. I'm just not doing the right things. And then I averaged 227 for the back time. I'm like, but it's just, I don't know why it took me so long to find it. But once I found it, it was just kind of like, oh God, I've got like this now.
It's exactly what you had. You had literally that.
Once I got on top of 5 board, if I hit 2, it would hook, and if I hit like 6 or 7, it would sit there. So I'm like, oh.
I have a feeling. I'm kind of scared to see the Swiss pattern this year. I have a bad feeling for some reason.
Well, it's been the lefty urethane crowd. Like last year was 33 mils, 37 feet. And that's like, well, lefties, Purple Hammers. And we have a team that's
called Bang on Thane.
That's AJ Rice, Michael Holloman, and Kevin Williams. And as soon as I saw the pattern, I'm like, those guys are going to win. And they went 0-5 the first game. They shot 480 the first game.
And literally that went up the whole center. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, Bang on Thane went.
Those guys sucked. And then they just destroyed the next 11. They just, insane. But 33 mils,
I want to say
37
they only
feet.
lost like 2 points the rest of the way.
Well, yeah, lefties with urethane on a bunch of volume and a short pattern, it's just over.
They have everything.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
just over. So they need to put down something.
Like 42 feet.
Yeah, 42 feet.
Mhm.
That's like 26, 27 mils to give both sides a chance. They've talked about doing
with a
a
little bit
softer
of-
pattern, but they have too many good bowlers.
Put a little bit of let the gutters hook a little bit on the right side too for a change. They
Yeah.
never freaking hook. It's always
Yeah.
stupid wet to the right, and you watch the lefties pipe it up 5.
The gutters always hook on the left side.
Now
They don't on the right side. So if you have to play outside, the lefties always have the advantage. If you have to move in a little bit, the righties will have, it'll either be fair or the righties will have the advantage.
The only look I had the entire weekend was pointing urethane. Basically pointing at the pocket and giving it
Yeah.
the flat.
And I mean, if it's like that again, Bruce bowled really well, so we just have to.
I could see them using the same pattern. They were hard. I mean,
Yeah.
Chris Prather and both Chris Prather and Nick Pate shot 130 out of the
130
gate.
or 140,
Yeah, out of the gate.
yeah.
I shot a 140 once.
Well, there was plenty of.
I was embarrassed, and then I found out they did it too.
110, 120, 130, and you're talking about professionals shooting 120 and 130.
Didn't I go like 150, 230?
Yeah, well, and that was Bruce bowled really well
He did
the
bowl
entire
well.
weekend.
He did.
I was demoralized. Actually, I bowled so bad it was just like. And I think I shot like 230 the last game.
You
but
just you had that year before, and it just flipped.
Yeah, I averaged 160 the entire time, the entire weekend, and then I shot like 230.
You know
the
what that
last
means,
game.
right? Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
What means we're actually going to put something together this year.
Yeah, so I'm going to take all kinds. I'm going to take 2 pitch blacks, a UC3, a fast pitch, a couple of promotions.
Yeah, oh yeah. McFadden thinks any pattern longer than 39 foot is unfair, though. It's great.
Yeah,
What?
It's unfair to the lefties. any long patterns unfair to the lefties. If you give us anything shorter than 40 feet, and we have the gutter, it's over.
Let's just all show up. Go ahead and give Kevin, AJ, and Michael their money, and then just let them kick us in the nuts, and we'll go home.
Yeah.
I could see Trevor and Dylan and Boog giving them a run if they can get looked in too, though. They've twice, 2 years in a row, they give them a shot, but haven't heard this. Like, why though? All the righties are going to do, or they're going to try and throw I don't know. The one thing I wish I would have thrown last year is I wish I would have pulled out my Forge Flare late and kind of moved a little left and looked at it, but I didn't do that. I don't understand it. Just I don't get. So we're expecting 39, anywhere from 39, probably 39 to 37 feet. I watch it be something stupid short, like 35 foot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be urethane fest. I literally bring, every year to go to Swiss Trios, I bring 1 full bag and maybe another 2 balls of urethane. No. Last year I brought 1 bag of urethane. I don't remember. That's too long ago. But I know for a fact I brought 3 urethane balls. What urethane should a left-handed bowler get for a first urethane bowling ball if they never used one before? Purple Hammer? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Purple Hammer or Pitch Black. It just
a Purple Hammer or Pitch Black. Yeah. Sorry, if Purple Hammers are still there, you get a Purple Hammer. But Pitch Black, yes. Pitch Black would be a good one. My very first urethane ball was a Pitch Black, and I actually like it. So, which means I can actually throw that this year. I wasn't able to throw that last year.
Yeah.
I had to throw Tank Blitz Desert Purple Tank, and the Purple Tank is the worst urethane ball I've ever thrown in my life. It lane shines so fast. Like, I didn't even get a half a game on it. It was lane shined.
Yeah.
So
That's what some of the fast pitch lane shines really fast
does it?
because it's not pure urethane.
Yeah.
But if they're short, it looks pretty good.
Tell you what, I'm still pissed at myself because I think we would have had a better weekend. Granted, Bruce didn't bowl that well that weekend either. But that first weekend, if I would have thrown urethane the first day too, like I did the second day, with you bowling as well as you were, that would have made a big difference.
Yeah, once that
Big
one year, none of us bowled great the first 3 games.
Yeah.
But after that, I mean, I shot 220, 230, 240, 250 every single game the rest of the week.
Even with your struggles this last year, we were making a run to win.
Bruce
We were still in the number forever to get the
Yeah.
maybe even outside the cash, but to get the prizes and everything.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah. Bruce held us up. I held us up a couple years ago. Bruce held us up last year. We just need to kind of put stuff together this year. He bowled really well at nationals.
Yeah.
This year,
the
last 2 years
we
actually.
need to work together.
So yeah, we just need to pay a little bit more attention.
Make changes off each other. This is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to go.
Yeah, because I think that we just kind of generally assume it's like, well, we're going to have a good weekend. We know that we're not the best team there. We're going to have some fun, whatever else. But I just don't think that we pay enough attention.
Yeah, I agree.
We pay more attention to just kind of hanging out and having fun and whatever else, but we don't pay enough attention to actually doing.
Do I think we're going to go in there? No, we're not going to ever be able to.
No, but I think we can place.
Oh yeah, we can. 100% we can. I think if we, like I said, if we work together and go, hey, we're here at bowling. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's not screw around so much.
Yeah, we can have a beer. It's fine, but let's do this. And I'm ready. I can't wait.
UC3, yeah.
I cannot wait for Swiss Trios.
Shorts.
Cannot wait. I'm so excited. All right, 8:05. Better sign off here.
Yeah. The polished UC3 is nuts. I'm going to get another case of them and going to have them around for a while. It's insane. It doesn't even make any sense. So
it's funny to hear you say that.
So yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday to the Luke Rosedahl.
Yeah.
On my left.
Oh.
What's this?
Angel bribed some people to donate for my birthday, and Gaz Eddie won a Kulik jersey.
Ah, sweet!
And
Yay!
It's actually, the shipping to Australia is not as bad as I thought it was, because I had somebody else from Australia that said, you know what, I've been looking to try out some Kulik jerseys, but by the time they get done with
any Kulik item.
Yeah, any Kulik item.
Card.
So.
Sorry, go ahead.
Gazzetti. There you go, bud. Shipping to Australia is not bad, but by the time I got done with, this guy said, yeah, I've been wanting to try Coolwick, but by the time I get a jersey made and then the shipping and whatever else, it's like $150 for a jersey. And I'm like, well, I can't really blame you if you haven't tried them before. $150 is a lot to spend on a jersey if you're not sure if you're going to like them.
That's a lot.
Coolwick, fortunately, is ridiculous. So I did go ahead and comp the guy a couple jerseys, just say, hey, here you go, try them out, whatever.
Awesome. That was nice of you. That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, well, that's cool. Coolwick gives us the resources, opportunity, whatever else to do that with. So
they like seeing their logo out. Out.
So
good people take good care of us.
Yeah.
So thank you. Congratulations to Gaz as well. Thank you everybody that donated some money for the cause for Luke's birthday.
For the next tournament. For the next tournament we have. Yeah, the next donation.
Happy birthday to the man with the dreadlocked candles.
Mm-hmm. I did actually have to work today. I thought this is one of my work from home days.
Actually had to work.
Usually it's kind of casual, but there was a lot of stuff going on today. So,
and they actually expect you to work when you're at work. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a busy day tomorrow. So.
Kind of some nonsense,
but I actually start league tomorrow night too. So, first league starting back up. I'll go beat my brains in for a little bit. But cool. Well, happy birthday to you. 41, right?
Yeah, 41.
41.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where I look like a younger person that just doesn't get enough sleep. We were talking about this the other day, but it's like some people don't look as old as they are, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I look like I'm 41. I just look like I'm a younger person that doesn't sleep a lot.
You took the hat off. Now I feel like I have to take mine off, and I don't want to do that. Let's see I do want to see how much brighter it gets. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Yeah. No.
It's a little too sexy.
Yeah.
All right.
Steve Harrington.
Yeah. What's that?
Stranger Things. You watch Stranger Things?
Yes. Oh, no, I do not. But I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. I've been catching up on that frantically because Millie Bobby Brown did a Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah. I love the Hot Ones.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I love that, but I can't watch it until I catch up and see what happens. And Eddie Munson plays Master of Puppets on one of the episodes, and I haven't gotten there yet. So
Have you watched Kevin Hart's yet?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've watched the vast majority of them. The Hot Ones is just amazing.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's was pretty good too.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville's is really good. Steve-O's is good.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ryan Reynolds, has he done one?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He needs to.
There was one that was just hilarious, and I knew going into it was going to be amazing, and it was just perfect.
He needs to. That's for sure.
But yeah, so I'm on season 4, episode 9, which is 2 hours, and season 4 is ridiculous because every single episode is like an hour 20, hour 30, hour 40. Episode 9 is 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm like, how the crap am I supposed to make it through this nonsense? I've been working
one episode.
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
I'd actually watch that. That's more like a movie.
Well, the previous seasons have been like regular, like 40, 45 minutes for an episode or something.
Yeah.
They have 8 episodes in the season, whatever else. I got to season 4. There's 9 or 10 episodes, and they're all an hour and a half. And then episode 9's 220. I've been working on this for like 2 months now.
Do you still have Netflix?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have said, I guess you're watching.
Well, we got Netflix.
You need to watch A Man from Toronto.
Yeah,
that is so good.
Well, we got Netflix for Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
naturally.
What's the other one that just came out on there? That's really freaking
good. The Last Kingdom is really good.
The Last Kingdom is really good. Yes, I've seen that one.
There's another one that's
The Man from Toronto is Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart. That combination,
mm-hmm.
you gotta go with it.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good stuff on Netflix, and then we got Amazon Prime, and then we got Disney Plus, and there's a lot of good stuff on all of them. It's kind of
Peacock and Paramount Plus have been pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Peacock's pretty cheap though. So, all right. Head home. See
Columbia
the
300 Baller and RSTX3. I don't know, but the RSTX3 either hooks off the planet or does nothing. So
I don't know anything about the Baller.
Yeah.
I'm 63, so happy birthday, man.
Yeah. If you were to polish an IQ Tour or an IQ TNP, which would you pick and why? The IQ TNP, because it's got a stronger cover on it. The IQ Tour gets kind of weak and wiggly when you polish it.
It's got to be Luke because, James, I have definitely seen the first Top Gun 197 times.
I want to go see Maverick because apparently it's a really good movie, and I haven't seen the original Top Gun.
I just got to wait like a week, and then it'll be on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
You've not seen the original Top Gun?
No.
Then you have to watch that first.
Yeah, I turned it on the other day, but then I got something happened. I didn't.
Away.
But I've seen like Iron Eagle and Karate Kid and a bunch of good stuff back in the 80s. So
wax on.
Anyway, yeah,
it's on the floor.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we need to get off here, and I need some food. So
I'm going to go home, and I have to actually prep the computer for the stream tomorrow. So, Cool.
Yep.
Once again, everybody, thank you
for the happy something birthday. I didn't pull this back out, but and the hat. Got the hat. I'll hold on to this, and you can wear it.
I was going to say because I've actually mine will be on a Tuesday, but that day before, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just keep it down here, and you can wear it on your birthday. And
it's actually pretty well put together.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Anyway, awesome. We'll be back Monday. We're now finally in consistent shows. The only one we'll be off is Labor Day, unless we actually get together and decide to do something else. So
yeah,
we could put together something fun if you want. I took Labor Day week off. I'm on vacation, so. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to do something, we can. It really doesn't matter to me.
Yep, I'll be off for Labor Day, but we'll be at a bowling tournament.
I don't know if I want to go beat my brains in. I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there, and then we'll go to Yard House, and then we'll...
Ooh, yeah, let's do. So
whatever.
Yeah, whatever works for me. We can figure something out.
Yeah.
So all right.
All right, yep. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks for the donations once again. Very much appreciated. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I'm a terrible birthday person, so I don't know.
Yeet.
Yeah. So thanks, everybody. Yep. We'll see you next time.